Alright, welcome back everyone. Another day working on our lovely lazy coffee shop. Here's our tray of built pieces. Our plant actually turned out pretty okay. If I had something I noticed, since it's going to be set like this, you may want to slightly tilt the leaves so they're showing to the world. Of course, I'm at the point now where I'm worried about breaking everything apart if I do that. But I'm going to give it a shot here. Get a hold of it with these. So, bend that down a little bit so it's a little more visible. I don't think I've got room on the other two to do that. But, like I say, it's sort of just a little thing I noticed after the fact that I would want the leaves tilted in a way where they're visible basically from one side and not the other. But otherwise, I'm pleased with how everything has turned out. I think it's all looking good. I sort of doubt the need for the handle over there because it's hidden by our little sprig of whatever those are. But anyway, without all that out of the way, without any further ado, let's get started on what I predict is going to be one of the worst parts of this build. The flower box for Mr. Fox's house or window. It's got fabric, and it's got leaves to cut out, and it's got box to build, and it's got flowers to make. So like I say, that's sort of going to be manipulating, plus a cat hair in there, manipulating all these little pieces to make teeny tiny flowers. It's going to be, I'm not predicting a good time. Get all those out of the way and slide those up there. I don't get anything else on them. And this thing is not, it's fairly straight, but it's got a curve in it, so I'm a little worried about that. I may need to, I don't know if I should iron it, or I don't know if it would take being ironed. But, of course, I may just glue it straight down and not worry about any of that. But, I guess, first things first is our flower box. And figuring out which one of these. This is the bottom. So, and so, these guys are slightly longer. So I think, if I can reach it, be right back. I did go back and put the bottom square on that, or the corner on that jig I made. So this might be an ideal situation for that. Gonna go. Okay, so these are the sides. So if I put that in there, I'll have a good corner to push up against to make it square. And that should. The only problem is we gotta worry about the overspill and the super glue and it gluing it to that thing. But I think that'll work. So, get that back out. And we'll see how my little toy works. Okay. So, going with the old Gorilla super glue. And I just want to get, like usual with these little pieces, I want to clean the brush off as much as I can. Get everything off of there I can. Just want the least little bit on here. And just there on that edge. Drop you down in that corner. And I just realized I didn't fit it. Didn't check to see the fit, which way was. I think it's a square. Okay, that seems to be a little bit tighter there. So that side. Okay, lined up, down, so push down on this, and hope the glue didn't dry while I was doing all that talking. And Viola. Oops, don't break it when you do that. Okay, so that's the side. So in theory, put that in there. Again, this in on top of it, and we got, that should glue. That's going to be harder to, maybe I can do it better from this side. No, well, maybe, it don't matter which side's top or bottom. So, yeah, I think I can get the pressure on it like that. That will get our bottom on. Okay. So that's going to be the way I do it. Yeah. Tiny pieces, clean as much of that off as you can. And going that. So. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I've got a little lip there, so I didn't push all the way against the bottom. But it's on there, and that's good, I think. And I'll go. Let's see. This has a little crooked, but I think that's why it's going to be obscured anyway. So you in here. Ooh, wait a second. I need to do that, so I've got to go. Gotta figure out the best way to approach it now. So that. So I'm going on top of this piece, but beside that piece. Okay, I think I can do that. I can go just like this. I think I can get the pressure on there. Yeah. Okay. So, out of that one, top of this one. It moved on me a little bit down there at that end, but I think I'm getting it. Okay. Yeah. And she's a little crooked. Not really surprised by, but we're going to be wrapping this up in that, so it's going to cover up any of our little imperfections. I may have just fixed it. Okay. Now, last one just goes down from the top. So I think I might be able to do this without. Yeah, I think I can get that in position without putting it into the jig. We'll find out together. Don't need much in the middle. And I'm here, might as well. That's there a little bit. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, got our flower box built. That actually looks pretty good. It's actually pretty flat across the top. A little bit off on one end, but not too bad. Good enough for me. Okay, what's next? Okay, get to do the yarn. What they're calling this? Paper yarn. Paper yarn. Khaki braided paper yarn. It's saying about 50 millimeters. So just not to go around it, it looks like. I think I'm going to take the end off there and try and get a nice clean section of it. And I'm just going to cut it after I get it on there. So, just that, and do the, see, that's super glue. Be a little more generous with it this time. Still trying to be minimal. It's probably going to soak through and get on my fingers. Got my clean cut end. Here. Okay, it did not soak through and get on my fingers. Yay. And this way, I'm just going to pretend I'm wrapping it just like I wrap a piece of paper. Get a hold of it and get... Oops, sorry about that. Let my SD card fill up again. Oh. Still struggling getting this thing. There we go. A smooth coat, I hope. Yep. Okay. And one more side. Okay. That's decorated. So I can get the knife out and trim that edge off. I think this would be easier than trying to measure it out perfectly. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Okay, now it says we're supposed to put our green tree powder and a little glue down the bottom, I think. I hadn't even handled this stuff. I don't know how it's going to come out in clumps or... Yeah, little clumps. Okay. I'll do about that much, I think. Yeah, that's just... I think it's just plastic. But I'm going to use the old... Close this glue up first before I forget about it. Beacon 3-in-1 advanced craft glue. Put just a bead down the bottom of it, I think. Maybe spread it around a little bit. And try and tweezer it in and sort of push it in. Yeah. Maybe I should put some on the sides too. Some glue. Okay, I think that's for that layer. I'm going to trying to put a bead back down that back side. A little something extra. I think it's more in there just to make sure we got good coverage. It looks like it's pretty compactable. Alright, I think that's pretty good for a flower bed situation. Get a straight one out of the way. And I've got, I decided to add more, I've got plenty. Meantime, I'm going to take this stuff and try and gather it up. Because it strikes me as something that's going to go everywhere. Okay, now what? It says to make our stems. I'm supposed to do 3 9mm and 2 7mm. And this is one of the, I think this is the one I reclaimed from a potted plant attempt. So, cutters. So 7 or 9. I think I'm going to go for the 9. I'm going to go ahead and do a full centimeter. Okay. Measuring small things, not my forte. Did I get? Nope. Okay. New plan. Got this little thing sitting here. it's about 9 mil wide, so I'll do just a shade over and put it there. And one escaped. I see where it escaped to, so I'm good. A lot closer than I thought they'd be. Okay. And so those are going to be what would have been the 9s. But they're, well, so that should be about 1 cent. Let's see. Yeah. A little bit over, I think, but and then shorter ones, I'm just going to do, like to use this as a gauge. I'm going to go to the top of that little oval there. Seems like a good place that I need to randomly say that's how long I want it to be. Let's see, it's this side. Okay. And now this is the part that I'm expecting to be, wait a second, the most tedious. Don't get to put the leaves on yet, but I'm supposed to put 3 flowers together. They are pretty they're supposed to go onto the, they got the hole in the middle, so maybe, okay, I'm going to use, oops, my forceps. So I can have one less thing to have to worry about. Start with the one of the longer ones. You on there, hold you in place. So I got a little. Find out if I'm supposed to put this on the. You know what would probably work? If it'll fit on there. I think I might have just had some inspiration. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Go on there. And see, this is where the real super glue with the ultra fine nozzle would come in handy. Let's see how Beacon does for me. Actually, make sure this nozzle stays clear so I've got some good. Okay. Just a least I can get out of there. Hopefully. Spin you around the glue. Hopefully. Okay, if I can, I'll stay on there. And I'm going to let the glue dry. See how this goes. Actually, while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and pull this all the way up. Actually, if I get another glue on the top too. Okay. And hope this looks okay once I get done with it. We'll find out. I'm going to let that one dry for a minute or two while I cut out some leaves, and we'll see if that works. Set this all out of the way so I don't lose them in the leaf cuttings. And the leaves are, yes. So we just do this 6 times on this one. Get the ultra high specs on. Not sure how I want to do the cutting with this. I'm just going to go straight across, I think, on this one. And I don't have anything to grab onto on this side. This is well, that wasn't fun. I would have thought this would have been easier than with the knife with all these curves, but it may not be with the okay. Just curiosity, let's see how the knife does. I think I got across the bottom there. Okay. Yeah, that was easier. Get some trimming on this one, I can see already. Yeah, I have a little white left on that one. Okay. I think it... Oops, I think. Okay. This again, a little bit of trim work to do with the scissors, but so much faster than actually doing the whole thing that way. All right. And okay, and ooh, these guys cleaned up a couple little spots. Probably wouldn't not going to show up by the time we get them put in place, but a couple of them are pretty obvious too. So that one's got a big chunk on it, and this one too. I guess in theory I could just turn over the back side that doesn't have that outline on it. Yeah. That's the easy way to fix it. Okay, get my 6 leaves. Keep them right up next to our flower box. It's been a minute or 3. Let's see if we can make a... Okay, it's not... Okay, get something where I can get a good grip on it with. Here we go. This says bend the flowers up. It doesn't really... I'm assuming it means the petals. I think it looked better before I did all that. I think I'm going to try and put one more drop of glue back down the middle, and the next, for the rest of them, I'm going to leave them reasonably flat. Okay, so if I can get... Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think the premise is sound as far as putting them on the stem, but like I said, I'm not going to worry about putting it. How do they phrase it? Bend small yellow flowers with tweezers, glue them onto the stem. I think so. I'm just going to leave them as they come from. Okay, yeah, this one's really loose, so I'll definitely have to put a good fund. Yeah, okay. A little too much glue there. Spin around. Up and down. To the end. Okay. Probably not going to focus on it with all this other stuff going on. But like I say, I'm just going to leave it like that, like a daisy or whatever that is. And get it to come off the tweezers. Okay. But, like I say, for the rest of them, that's the plan. Just missed. Trying to get as little of the Okay. Okay. This is tedious. But only 2 more to go. I'll do a stop start real quick so I don't come back here. Oh, I just realized I got... Yeah, wasn't much more zoom. Still wasn't all the way in. A little extra that time again. And a couple of times. And okay. Clean the glue off my tweezers before I start on the next round. Final round. Okay. And down to the top. Oh no, too far. Been doing so good. Get you guys back on there. For a second there they were lined up and I thought I was going to get them all at once. The back two were. Okay. Okay. Now okay, got all our flowers. There's that 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give those a few minutes to dry up and get a little more firm, and then we'll install them in our flower box and put some leaves on it. And I think that'll finish up this section. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, flowers are all set up, and we got our box, and it does say glue flowers. Hang on. Which one was K1? But I'm not sure. I guess just I use the Aleene's Turbo Tacky. Probably put a dot on the bottom and slide them into the, because there's not much surface area there to be glued. So that's about the only thing I can think of. Just sort of drop them in. And I sort of want to stay towards the front because I think pretty sure it gets glued to the back. So let's see if I can get a little glue to come out and stick it on the end there. Drop you down in there. Yeah, I got 2 smaller ones on either end, I believe. And our taller ones through the middle. Put it. Yeah, you're falling over. Quit going. Okay. It stuck. Alright, and oh, too much. There was a gap there. Okay, now maybe if I get that last one right there in the middle. It's got a little curve to it, so maybe I can get it to cooperate with me. Come on. Okay. You and you down in there. Okay. Alright. I don't think this one has made contact with the bottom, but it should have some glue there. Okay. And since I've got the turbo tacky out, I'll keep using it on our leaves. Start with the little ones maybe. Maybe I should have done the leaves first. Stick with these little ones first. Back here over you. And over to our big leaves. In there. And side. You say make sure I leave the back sort of clear. And I think I gotta see one more gap for this last leaf. Maybe. Okay. All right. That completes our flower box. set it aside and let that turbo tacky set in, I hope. And then we're ready to move on to our grass clump, which is not one I'm really looking forward to, but it may be okay. First thing, gotta trim our square out. It says fold it in half. And let's take the darker shade to the bottom, and then we're making it says to do yeah, I'll show you what it says to do. I don't have scissors or patience enough that are sharp enough for that. So I'm going to do the best I can with my X-Acto knife. I probably won't have as many blades of grass as they have. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not going to have as many blades of grass as they have. But get my heavy-duty light magnifiers on. And let's see, just like it. Get in there. Actually, I don't think it's going that bad, really. I'm a little surprised. And it says to that worked better than I was expecting it to. Continue to surprise myself. Let's see here, find me. I got these little swabs things I use to clean up glue. That's going to be my rolling template, I believe. Oh, it says roll it on here. Yeah, actually, let me go the other way. Because I think I just had another moment of inspiration. Got it. And a little bit off there. Go back to our Gorilla Super Glue. Clamp this on so I don't lose everything. I get my super glue ready. Once again, a little bitty piece, so we're emptying this brush as much as we can. Get every bit as much of it off as I can. In there. Hope this works. Oh. Handy bandies and something to grabbing blades of grass and holding them down. Okay. And that looks surprisingly close to what they had. A little bit further on a couple of blades of grass. But otherwise, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I wasn't expecting it to go that well. Excellent. And that puts us right at the hour. How many pieces in this last one? Not many pieces. Let me take a look at do I want to try and continue this step? Oh yeah, I got some more cutting to do. I think I'm going to call it that today, because the next step goes better if you do the 2 steps after it. So yeah, I'm going to save that one for tomorrow. Basically tomorrow we'll build the front door of our little coffee shop. So that'll be fun. We get to do, let's say, get to the front door and the whole front fascia. But bring these guys back over here. I'm pleased. Like I say, I'm very pleased. I'm very surprised how well that one turned out for sure. And this one, I could do better, but I'm also pretty pleased. When you get to small pieces like this, I get a little bit of fumble fingers, so I think that'll look good. sitting up on Mr. Fox's windowsill. And, that looks, yeah, I'm digging that. But anyway, as of today, just a few minutes ago it clicked over to 1950 subscribers, so we're sprinting towards that 2,000 mark. I say I've got one purchase I think would be a good 2,000 celebration, but I'm still keeping my options open for everything anybody might suggest. I'm I enjoy doing all this stuff. It doesn't, even the ones that are headaches. I generally enjoy the sense of finishing up. I say that I'm pleased how that plant turned out too. I wasn't sure about that. The inside there doesn't impress me, but we're not going to see that very much. I'll turn it that way so it sort of blocks the view of it. Yeah, see, but there's all our pieces. Well, y'all can't see most of them. There's all the pieces we've got together so far. Our glass and our plant, and our planter, and our chimney, and Mr. Fox. I'm assuming it's Mr. Fox. He's got a cardigan on, so it's got to be. Women have more sense than to wear stuff like that. I don't know. But I'll call that quits for today. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.